Welcome to another video here by the Tokyo Real Estate Man, and this is I'm gonna wear my Tokyo Real Estate Man hat, although I'm here in Vancouver, and as you know or don't know, I'm a real estate investor in central Tokyo, and as I said the other day, in Niigata as well. Today's subject at hand is an Akasaka update, and if you know or don't know, you probably wouldn't know, because other than Form of Fist, I don't think there's anyone that's ever watched all the videos on this channel. But for many years I've owned a unit in Akasaka, and Akasaka is I think it's probably the maybe number one or number two or number three. The first 1, 2, or 3, like I guess top areas in central Tokyo. The other areas I'd put in there might be like Ginza, Shimbashi, or Shibuya, or Aoyama. But yeah, Akasaka is very near to Aoyama anyway, and I own an apartment and near Aoyama Nichome station, and it's getting redeveloped, and it's kind of like when you're a real estate investor, it can be kind of sometimes you can win the lottery, and as I say in Japanese, it's called when you win the lottery, it's called takarakuji. And in a way, it was a takarakuji because we are receiving a recently negotiated apartment on the 26th floor, north facing, looking towards Shinjuku, and the emperor's second palace. Son of a bitch, has got 2 palaces. Second palace is layered there in between Shinjuku and where the apartment is, which is Akasaka Nana ni Chome, or 72 Akasaka. So it's going to be a pretty spectacular view looking north toward Shinjuku. Okay, but I've had a chance to think about what's going on with this, and what's happening in a redevelopment like this. Basically, in the redevelopment there's I think 5 or 6 houses, one smaller building, one building which was the owned by the Japan Post, which was being used as a ryo, which is a dormitory, and then there was 2 larger private buildings, and the building that I own, it is called Akasaka National Court. And in National Court, and the forget the Shinsei, I think it might be Akasaka Shinsei Mansion. I forget. I think the mansion or the apartment building next to Akasaka National Court, where I own, I forget the exact name of it. Both are about 7-story buildings. And I should say, when I bought the unit, this area is right beside Akasaka Sakas, which is where TBS, or Tokyo Broadcasting Systems, has their studio. So even when I bought the property, I always thought that in the future that there might be some redevelopment opportunity, and that I guess they approached me about 10 years ago, and so it's even taken 10 years to get to the point where my tenant finally has to move out at the end of the year. But I want to talk about what's happening in the bigger picture. So we've gone from where like National Court and the next building were owned by like small-time owners like me and other small-time owners, where we owned like an apartment, and then we had a share of the land right there. But what's happening right now with this is like a company like Nomura, which is the zaibatsu, like it's the lead like company in Japanese financial world. They're getting control of a key piece of land, and so I mean, they're like, Nomura basically has access to the cheapest financing from the Bank of Japan, because Nomura is going to be basically they are the Bank of Japan, but so they're going to get it next to 0 rates to finish this. Like they're going to loan it probably 0. And and they're going to use their construction wings. They'll probably use like shimizu, even the construction wings that you say in Japanese, kensei, kaisha. Yeah, like Nomura and all the other zaibatsu like Mizuho or UFJ or Sumitomo, each of them cross-hold. They have probably cross-holding shares in each of the major construction companies. And then Nomura is gaining control of this land, whereas the little small investors like me, like I'm probably the lowest on the totem pole in that my building in particular, but like we are losing control and of the land, and of course Nomura is paying us off for our I guess agreement, or like you can't, or like there was a bit of a resistance against like Nomura by a small group of the owners, but like how can we have enough leverage to like win in court against a financial mammoth like Nomura? So what's happening through the redevelopment of the land? There's a land transfer that's going on from the smaller, as I always say in the other videos, the bourgeoisie, or the people with hustle, the ones that are trying to get it on, is moving from the, you see the crown or the top families anywhere, they really don't like the bourgeoisie or like the new rich. They hate us the most, and they are going to gain control of this land from the bourgeoisie or the hustlers in society like me and the other owners. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening when you see, like, of course it like there is a positive side to it, because we're going to end up with a really good building that the normal people like me could never afford. Like, that's the other thing I didn't think about this very conversation. Like, I could never afford to buy into like a building like this, and I'm sure they're going to sell some units. They probably hold some for themselves for long-term rental, and they will have management of the land for sure for the next I guess 100 years. I once watched them take down a 40-story concrete building in front of my apartment in Ikejiro-hashi. So it's going to be interesting, because I think it's going to be like a 60-story building there in Akasaka. But yeah, I mean, I can't really complain in a lot of ways, because like a little Nezumi or a little rat like me is able to maneuver our way into like a deal like this is really amazing in some ways. But what is happening though at the same time, like the small bourgeoisie little owners are losing control of the land to the zaibatsu, or the crown, or the trust, you can call it. Yeah. Anyway, another video here by Tokyo Real Estate Man, coming to you from Vancouver. Right on.